Hey nerds, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Gaggy, the forgotten psychotic dwarf. This little guy is one messed up individual and he has a deep-seated hatred for Harley Quinn. Why does he hate her so much? Well, it's not because she's a woman, or because she's a superhero, or even because she stole the Joker's heart. Maybe because she's everything he's not. Happy, popular, and successful. Keep watching to figure it out. For now, let's get started with Gaggy's origin story. It's a wild ride, I promise you that.
Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. From Lauder to Lunacy, the origin story of Joker's first sidekick. Once upon a time, under the big top of Haley's circus, there was a pint-sized powerhouse of hilarity named Gagsworth A. Gagsworthy, affectionately known as Gaggy. With a knack for shattering glass with his vocal cords and a tight rope act that left audiences in stitches, Gaggy was the circus star. But alas, fate has a cruel sense of humor. Haley, the circus honcho, thought the circus needed a more family-friendly appeal, leading to the rise of the high-flying Graysons and the downfall of Gaggy. Relegated to a lowly clown role, Gaggy's lauder turned into resentment. His vengeance, slick and spiteful pranks aimed at his fellow clowns. In the shadows, an unexpected admirer emerged, the one and only Joker. The clown prince of crime was captivated by Gaggy's twisted humor, and their paths collided in the green-haired prankster's dressing room. Joker saw Gaggy's audacity, his lack of fear, as a golden ticket. Thus, Gaggy became Joker's tiny diabolical companion. The dynamic duo of deranged minds embarked on a spree of bank robberies, pranks, and various other escapades. Gotham trembled under the echoes of their manic lauder. Batman and Robin leaped into the fray, countering chaos with capes, but Gaggy's unique loathing was reserved for the boy wonder himself. Later, an incident stained the asylum walls with darkness. Behind bars, Gaggy witnessed Joker's savage cafeteria tray execution of fellow inmates. Something snapped, not in the tray, but in Joker. Gaggy felt the madness shift, evolve, and he knew he was standing on the edge of lunacy. The pendulum swung. Arkham Asylum's gates creaked open to welcome Joker's lunacy, and Gaggy's chuckles faded into insignificance. They parted ways, and Gaggy's life took a sad turn. So from Lauder to Lunacy, Gaggy's origin story wove a tale of a forgotten jester, a warped companion to the Joker, a performer who turned pranks into peril and comedy into crime. Gaggy's complex reasons for hating Harley Quinn. We're talking about Gaggy's beef with none other than Harley freaking Quinn. The story opens quite dramatically, so there's this whole shindig going on, with Harley doing her thing, leaving Poison Ivy's hideout, and crossing paths with our makeshift Batman, Grayson, and the Riddler, who's apparently on the reform train. They're solving mysteries left and right, while Harvey's busy bumping into none other than Bruce Wayne, or so she thinks. Here Wayne ain't Wayne. It's Hush pulling off a face-swapping magic trick, controlling Wayne Enterprises with a whole I'm gonna kill you plan for none other than Quinn. Just when you thought it couldn't get more bonkers, footage of these two lovebirds lands on Joker's lap. Now, we all know Joker's about as stable as a Jenga tower, right? The guy decides he can't have Harley dancing with anyone else, so he puts his signature homicidal twist on it. He goes insane, attacking not just Harley, but also doing a tag team match with Catwoman and Poison Ivy, throwing punches left and right. This story had a serious plot twist. Guess what? Joker's madness isn't really Joker's, it's Gaggy's showtime. Turns out Gaggy has been harboring a grudge that's a few shades darker than Batman's cowl. Why? Because Harley came waltzing into their twisted tango, replacing Gaggy as Joker's go-to partner in crime and comedy. Gaggy spills the beans on how he and the OG Joker, Mr. J, were like peanut butter and jelly, rocking the villain scene like pros. But then enter Harley stage left and everything goes haywire. Gaggy and Joker's BFF status, poof, gone like Batman's stealth mode. You see, Gaggy's feeling like the third wheel in a tricycle. He's heartbroken, man. He and Mr. J were like a comedic yin and yang, the perfect blend of nutty. And then Harley strolled in like, hey Puddin', and turned their dynamic duo into a trio. Gaggy had to step back, way back, and watch his bromance crumble under Harley's psychotic charm. And what does Gaggy do about it? Well, he channels his inner Joker and goes all out with the gags, tricks, and traps to make Harley's life a living carnival of chaos. But hey, it's not all bad news for Harley. Poison Ivy and Catwoman swoop in, like Gotham's femme fatale rescue squad, and snatch her out of Gaggy's clutches. Gaggy's got a complicated vendetta against Harley Quinn, and it's not just about the makeup or the bad jokes. It's about the twisted friendship triangle that left him in the dust. As we close the curtain on this crazy chapter, remember, in the world of capes and lunatics, even sidekicks have their side stories.
the curious tale of Gaggy's deadly plan and his date with Baby Doll. Get ready to dive into the colorful world of Gagsworth A. Gagsworthy. Remember where we left. Gaggy still got a bone to pick with Harley Quinn. So in this whole three Joker saga, Gaggy takes the spotlight. He reappears like a bad penny, joining forces with the three Jokers for some good old murder mayhem. But guess what? Our Red Hood ain't having it. He steps up to the plate ready to throw a curveball in Gaggy's game. Gaggy is not one to take defeat lightly and crashes Harley's housewarming bash, but he ain't showing up with a gift basket. Nope, he's hiding in a cake like a surprise from your weirdest nightmare. Gaggy's got a plan, a deadly one, because he's still got to make it even with Harley, Mr. J's ex-lover. In order to take his revenge, he aims to turn Harley's party into a circus of chaos, taking shots at Harley, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman. But we have another party crasher, Ivy's new lab assistant, Melinda. She throws a hard time, or in this case, a few well-placed punches in Gaggy's twisted plan. Now, here's where things take an unexpected spin. Gaggy and introspection, yeah, they don't go together. But as he chats with Harley, something clicks. He realizes he doesn't need the Joker's shadow looming over him like a bad punchline. Who else would meander in but Baby Doll, another little psycho on the scene? And hold on to your horses because sparks fly. Gaggy and Baby Doll, they're like two warped peas in a pod. They connect, they vibe, and suddenly, drinks and disasters seem like the perfect recipe for a date night. Gaggy invites Baby Doll to grab some drinks, and she's all in, ready for a night that promises chaos, comedy, and maybe a dash of romance in the weirdest way possible. Exploring his appearances in various DC media, Gaggy's not just confined to the panels. Nope, this twisted sidekick has made his mark across various DC media, and we're about to explore the highlights faster than the Flash on an espresso binge. First up, we've got Batman: Return of the Caped Crusaders. The story of a clown with Gaggy's signature flair pops up, tormenting none other than the Joker himself. Yep, you heard right. Our favorite mini troublemaker manages to give the clown prince of crime a run for his money when he ends up in a clown police car at a circus. Gaggy's escapades continue in Batman the Brave and the Bold. In the episode titled Night of the Batman, Gaggy takes center stage, ready to stir up some chaos alongside, of course, the Dark Knight. Whether he's pulling pranks or cooking up chaos, Gaggy's in his element, making this episode a must-watch for fans craving that classic comic craziness. But the Gaggy party doesn't stop there, my friends. Let's fast forward to Joker 2019. A film that might not explicitly feature our small-sized trickster, but there's a nod that even Batman's detective skills wouldn't miss. Actor Lee Gill, who rocks genetic dwarfism just like our man Gaggy, steps into the scene as Gary, Joker's closest pal, at a clown agency. Fans had a field day speculating that this was a subtle homage to our favorite little psycho. So yeah, Gaggy's not just a panel popper, he's making his mark in various DC media, from tormenting the Joker to leaving his pint-sized fingerprints all over the entertainment scene. Marvelous verdict. Although he is a dangerous character, he is also a fascinating one, and he's a reminder that even the most insignificant people can be capable of great evil. But what makes Gaggy so interesting is not just his evilness, but also his hatred for Harley Quinn. It's a hatred that is so deep-seated and irrational that it borders an obsession. Gaggy's story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of hatred. It shows us how hatred can consume us and prevent us from achieving our full potential. Gaggy may never be able to fully escape his hatred, but he can choose to control it and use it for good. Gaggy's story is a reminder that we all have the power to choose our own path. We could choose to be consumed by hatred and violence, or we can choose to use our anger for good. The choice is yours. So fellow nerds, no matter how many pranks you pull, make sure you're making the right choice always and forever. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.